What's going on, guys? Brother Russia here, back with another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. And today we got the Super EZA stages finally over here for TEQ Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS. So of course, if we're going to check out the battle info over here, he is weak to the youth category, and any extreme or any EZA units are more effective against him. So let's go ahead and hop on in here. Let's go just replace, actually let's go over here. There we go, we can replace this team. All right, so if we go down to youth and we just go to int, we could bring, so we can bring you as our leader, right? Because you're youth, yep, 170. We can bring you, we can bring you, we can bring you, slap you in there, you're EZA, so we can bring you. And hell, I guess we can honestly just bring like, I'd bring like Bulma or someone. Actually, we'll bring this Kid Goku or Kid Gohan instead, because he's EZA, so he'll do more damage. So if we bring this team here, I mean, it's a full EZA team. Then we could just bring, you know, a int friend GOTENKS, and we should have like no issues over here. Now the nice thing is over here on global, we actually got the EZA for the int GOTENKS, while JP did not have him yet, I believe, when he came out. So having the int GOTENKS EZA is actually going to make this a lot easier for us. Especially because we can just load up with a lot of like these youth category units. The only thing is with this GOTENKS, he is actually fairly tanky compared to like some of the other EZA. I think some of the other EZA bosses, like physical Goku Black, his super EZA was like one of the easiest ones. And I think it's just because Goku family is just so powerful. But yeah, I mean, even here, like the amount of damage that we do is surprisingly like kind of low. And I think it's just because this GOTENKS is just very tanky. And I think it's just because like almost all GOTENKS units are always tanky for whatever reason. That seems to be like their gimmick whenever they do them for even like in their Dokkan Fest events and stuff like that. They always have like a countdown to them, and it just makes them that much harder for literally no reason. But yeah, I mean, either way, we shouldn't have any kind of like difficulty with this. I will actually take another peek at the rest of the youth categories and see if there's any other units that are a little bit newer that have EZA that might actually do a little bit more damage, and see if we can try to put something else together other than what we currently have. Now granted, once this GOTENKS goes into like Super Saiyan form like this, he's probably not going to struggle at all. So let's just give you that. Make sure you get your super. And Bulma, she can get a super, it'll be fine. Yeah, I'll check and see if there's like any other youth units that we can possibly use. Just to kind of like speed it up just a little bit. That's the only thing is like, I feel like this team is running it just a little bit slower than what I'm used to with some of the other EZA stages. Oh, nice dodge. Oh, nice dodge. Okay. So that'll clear that right away. So that's beautiful. There are also some missions that are associated with this. So let me see. Did we clear them all? We did. Okay. So I wish I guess we could have seen them, but so cleared under 4.5 minutes. Clear it with 4 hybrid Saiyan characters and beat it with at least 4 EZA units. So super easy. And you get 15 medals from there, so that just helps out even more. So let's see, if we do super class youth, we don't want AGL. And let me actually check the battle info. Okay, so it actually doesn't matter which ones we use. It's just as long as they're EZA'd, basically. So let's see. TEQ doesn't really have anybody good. We already have an int team. Do we have anybody in STR? Maybe that kid Gohan might be able to do a little bit more damage. But it's probably not going to be by much, I would think. Maybe we can just throw... Well, we can't throw Kid Gohan on because we have the EZA'd one there as well. So maybe not there. Yeah, I mean, realistically, like the units that we have available, the team that I kind of put together might be pretty much like as good as it gets. We'll just throw this Gohan on instead. Instead of Bulma. I think he'll do a little bit more damage. But I mean, either way, it's still gonna be fine because no matter how we do this, we're still gonna get it completed anyway. So that's unfortunate. The only bad part is kind of like the synergy between this team. It's definitely not the greatest, I would say. But yeah, either way, we'll still get all of this done, so it's no worries. But yeah, definitely get him EZA'd, get him super EZA'd, because he works well on special pose. So especially now that we got the Ginyu, you know, he might have a possible spot on his team, but realistically, he'll be better once we actually have Topo come out. That's kind of like our biggest problem, I think, right now is just waiting for Topo to arrive on global. Because without him, the rest of the whole category is kind of just in shambles, really. Ooh, we're taking a little bit of damage. Okay, maybe this Gohan wasn't the play. Yeah, I mean, 1 million damage. This Gohan definitely is not it. We gotta take him off ASAP. Oh my. Okay, so Gohan is not it. We will change him out. But yeah, so with the Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS here, though, with him getting his Super EZA, we do kind of have a little bit of an update, obviously, to his passive. So he is, ooh, might actually be a pretty good like nuke right there. Can probably do some decent damage, I think. Yeah, we'll do it just like that. But he's got a little bit of a passive upgrade, obviously. He gets 150% attack and defense. He gets an additional 200% attack, 100% defense when performing a super. He gives super class allies 33% defense and extreme class allies attack 33% for 3 turns from the character's entry turn. So he does support both sides. I mean, that's still pretty good. He gets an additional 100% attack and defense when ki is 11 or less, which actually is a little difficult to do, especially with kind of like the teams that you throw him on and stuff like that. I mean, a lot of times he's gonna start out at like 10 ki maybe. So either that or he's gonna start out at 12 right off the get-go. So it is going to be a little bit difficult to get his like 11 ki, honestly. He gets a additional 50% attack and defense with each attack performed up to 150%. So as long as he gets 3 attacks in, he'll get that max stat in there. If all allies attacking the same turn have obtained a ki sphere, chance of performing a crit is plus 50%. And reduces damage received by 50% within the same turn when the character's ki is 11. So again, that's going to be where it's kind of difficult to get. But the way that this actually counts is as long as you start the turn with 11 ki, it doesn't matter. So like say if you had Orange Piccolo And Orange Piccolo, when he gets hit, he gives, what is it, 2 or 3 ki. So if you were to get hit and then the ki goes from 11 to 12, it wouldn't matter because you started the turn, or you started the attack phase with 11 ki. So that's how like that essentially works. Then he also gets a high chance to dodge, plus a additional chance of dodging enemies' attacks plus 33% when performing a super attack if ki is 12. So he does get dodge if you can't get the 11 ki, which again, most of the time you probably won't actually end up with that. So at least they gave him some utility with, you know, with the 12 ki at least. So he is actually a very good unit post Super EZA. I've used him on JP and he actually performs very well. So he will definitely have a pretty good impact, I would say, on your special pose teams, or even like Majin Buu Saga. He actually fits on there pretty well. So yeah, we only got 2 more stages. We can just go ahead and just knock them out on video. No reason not to, honestly. But first, we're going to take that Gohan off because you are not doing anything for me. Let's put this TEQ Trunks on there. I don't know if he's actually going to help any, but he's definitely Kamehameha support. We get him and what's his name together? Get him and Goten together, and they might actually hit pretty well. Give that and give you all of that so you can do a nice little nuke style attack. But yeah, I'm actually surprised we don't have a full 200% youth category character yet. Honestly, I assume if we get anything, it might be like a, I guess I could see like a Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS, or even like a Super Saiyan GOTENKS. I could see him possibly leading like the youth category. Because it would either be him or a Gohan unit. I don't really see anybody else leading that category except one, or either him or Gohan. I guess Kid Goku would work, but realistically, when are we going to get another Kid Goku is the problem. You know, we're still waiting for that Demon King Piccolo Kid Goku Dokkan Fest and Dokkan event that we are apparently just never going to get. But maybe one day, you know, maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe one day we'll finally get that. And, or at least I'll be happy. I don't know how other people feel about it. I know a lot of people who have actually watched Dragon Ball would love, you know, a Demon King Piccolo / Kid Goku like dual Dokkan Fest, but there are a lot of people who actually have not watched OG Dragon Ball, and I think, honestly, I think it's because they didn't see OG Dragon Ball, which I get it. It wasn't as, you know, it's not as flashy. It's not as what's the best way to put it? It's not like blast based as much. It's a lot more like martial arts and everything like that. And I think it's probably just because, you know, it doesn't have a lot of like the flashy fights and everything, that people just didn't enjoy it as much. But I mean, you give OG Dragon Ball a chance and you give it a watch, and I think you guys would actually appreciate getting some of these like older Dokkan Fest units. So what was that, an 8.7 million attack stat or something from that Goten? Maybe I should have actually used him and Trunks together earlier. I guess I could run this. No, we're just gonna run you. Wow, 55%. That's trash. And of course, I don't get Trunks on the first rotation either, so that's awful. Ugh, I don't like this. I mean, I guess you can at least get a super, but Yeah, I don't like this rotation at all. There's like no key coming from anywhere. This might actually hurt. I'm about 100k. Okay. This. So I remember back in the day, if you're an OG player and you've had this int LR Gohan, if you guys remember his animation, like his actual 18 key super, his whole card art used to like move forward at you. Instead of like him walking, it was like the actual card itself moved at you. And it was probably like the funniest thing in the world. And I still to this day don't understand why they did that. But I remember everybody asking for like a revamp of his super attack. And then we finally did end up getting it. And people were amazed, like, oh my god, Gohan can actually walk. It was like the funniest thing in the world, I swear. But I remember when we were talking about his EZA, and the one thing we always wanted out of his EZA was for him to get defense. Well, he ended up getting defense, but then the problem was now that defense is like absolutely nothing. Like it's almost meaningless right now. So I'm wondering if maybe when his super EZA actually shows up, how good he will be. You know what? Actually, right here, I want to test this out. How much damage does Trunks actually do here? I mean, this will be like the final rotation, obviously, because Trunks and Goten, one of them will finish this fight. What's Trunks going to do? 9.1 million. Okay, yeah, that's definitely a way better strat. You run the EZA, or the sub EZA, Trunks and Goten together, and you'll probably fly through that pretty quickly. But other than that, we got all the medals. It's 30 medals, so if you complete the missions, you get 15, and all you got to do is 5 runs because it's 3 medals per run. And we can get him super EZA'd, and there we go. There's a super EZA all done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and hopefully the team kind of helped you guys out if you guys were struggling with trying to figure out what team to use. If this video did help you guys out, hit that like button, and if you guys are new here, hit that subscribe as well, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye guys.